look back, from the time they were filming Last Chance U, and people had, one or two ways of thinking of what type of guy you are, and now to be, sitting here saying that you're a graduate.
Mhm.
How far have you come, and how much have things changed since that
I mean,
experience?
honestly, like people like it's kind of funny because everybody think they know who I am when they really don't. Like, you can't tell who I am off of 6 hours of a show when they filmed us for 6 months, but you don't see none of that. And it's a TV show. You're not gonna watch something that's boring. Nobody gonna watch nothing that's boring. So like, how could you judge me off 6 hours? That was the thing I bothered most. But like at the end of the day, I really don't care. I've never been one to care what people thought about me because I don't have to answer to nobody. That's how I feel. Like if it ain't God, then people's opinions don't matter about me. But I mean, that was a rough point in my life, and that's real. That's real life. What you see is real life. Nothing scripted. And I mean, I'm not the only one. I just got put on TV for it, so I don't feel ashamed about how I act. I don't really care because at the end of the day, that was my life, and that's what I was struggling with. And I feel good from where I started to where I'm at now.
They showed you a lot in Miss Wagner's office, just sitting there. People be talking, you just be sitting there or whatever. What were you? Like, I'm curious. What were you doing in there all the time?
I
Was it
mean, we
just
had free time. That was the hangout spot.
yeah?
Just go mess with Miss Wagner and just. I mean, it's really boring in school. Like people don't understand. Like the show doesn't do it justice. It's boring. So we just always found ways to entertain ourselves, and her office is one of the ways.
How did you handle some of that, Chris? I know you spoke a little bit with John, but I mean, more than just from opinionist or whatever. But I mean, when Kirk Herbstreit, who's kind of a neutral guy,
Yeah.
goes on national television and says, "Have you seen the show? I don't want him being my quarterback."
Yeah.
And
I mean, I heard what he said. I don't really care what he said either. But that's what I'm saying. Like anybody that knows me would know that that's not like. I mean, so what? Everybody has their time, you know what I'm saying? But for somebody like to judge me off of a show when you don't have met me a day in your life, like who are you to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that was before. I don't really care about it now. It is what it is. People gonna say, like you could be a perfectly, you could be an angel. Somebody's still gonna say something bad about you. So why should I care about what anybody says about me? You could be doing the right thing all the time. Somebody's still gonna find a way, you know. So that's how I feel about the whole situation.
You knew you're gonna graduate in the summer. Was there ever thought at some point in the summer maybe I'll go transfer again after I graduate?
Nah. I mean, transferring is a tough process, and to be bouncing around from school to school, like that's the last thing I wanted to do, to be honest.
even to just stay at the position.
I mean, nah, that transferring was the last option for me because it takes a lot out of you, and that's my third. This is my third school. I was trying to make it a fourth. Like 4 schools in 5 years don't look good for nobody. So nah, transferring wasn't really an option. I just had to figure out what I was gonna do for this last year. And me, Coach Malzahn, and Coach Lindsay sat down and we came up with a plan, and it's working out for the best right now.